So this week, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I actually had to plan out and build this differently just because of the content. I have a friend who had asked me if I could make sound effects for some fantasy creatures. I built a new computer this week, so I have a new version of MuseScore. But we're going to start out on MuseScore today, and we're going to make some bird noises and reptile noises. What we do is we start out with notes, and then the notes, they don't even need to sound musical. Like, they can really sound, pretty random, and then we're going to change the voice to sound like a bird. And for reptiles, we use the fret voice. And there's also, you'll see there's like helicopters, gunshots. There's all sorts of noises that you can plan out within MuseScore. Here is the result of the birds, and then I'll play the reptiles too, just so you can hear them. And then here are two other sounds. One is a phone ringing and one is ocean waves that were done with the same method. In order to make your own sound effects into a sound font, to be able to use them in MuseScore, there's a few programs available. There's like the old Vienna method, or lately I've been looking at a program called Polyphone, which I've downloaded and checked out, but I haven't really used it yet. So if I do use it in the future, I'll let you know how my results are. The opening sequence to my videos is actually me running an old beater that you used to spin by hand in a circle, like in front of my microphone. Like, that's the sound of the gears. And then the other sounds were actually made just by voice. Like, I kind of went shh, and just like I think I changed like the tone of it a little bit, but I like more or less it's really all just made by me. Now, the best way to make like fantasy animals is actually to start with like a real animal and kind of morph it a little bit. You'll find that like that's really true a lot. Like, it's difficult to, for example, like just make like a fake cat's meow rather than just recording a cat is so much easier. The clip you're seeing is it's just me recording the words bewilder entertainment and then cleaning it up so that I have a sound to work with. Today I think I'm gonna just search the web for public domain animal sounds for sounds to morph with. I do have a disc of sound effects kicking around somewhere. I don't really use it very often, but worst case scenario, it's always good to have something like that to turn back to. I bought it in like the mid-90s. It was pretty cheap. Like, I don't remember exactly what I paid for it. But there's, there are options like that out there. If you go to like computer shows and things, you can usually find them pretty cheap. Now, here is the sound that I just cleaned up. Bewilder entertainment. Here is the same sound with the pitch changed, and there are two levels of echo added to this that are very quick, and they have a very high fall off. It makes it sound very metallic, like a robot.
Bewilder entertainment.
Just by changing the pitch, you can get something of a helium effect, as if you inhaled some of a helium balloon and then spoke, like this.
Bewilder entertainment.
If you want to go for like an added effect, you can also increase the speed like this.
Bewilder entertainment.
Now, what she was looking for is really like a small animal noise, and in order to accomplish that, I had to get like the MDA expansions to use TalkBox for Audacity. This was the sound that I had downloaded from freesound.org. Now, I'm going to take this sound and morph it with my own voice to kind of create, a small creature saying something. You can use anything for this. You can use a cat meowing, a dog barking. I didn't have to with this one because I kind of cut up the sound, you'll see. But you also want to add some white noise in because it just seems to make it blend a little bit smoother, like just add a little bit of noise, or don't bother to clean up your sounds before you mix them. I start off by splitting the channels, then deleting one of each channel, and then I merge them into a single channel for the talk box. It does matter the order that they go in, so you may have to swap the order if it doesn't sound quite right, or just play around with it and see which order you prefer them in. The last three sounds that you just heard were a result of the morphing. I will include a link to the sound that I morphed with in the description below. But for the most part, like, it's, that's the process. Like, you clean it up more. You can change the speed, the tempo, the pitch, and you can just kind of make, you can edit your sounds before you do it. You could even make like a robotic purring noise with the combination of the two. So next week I'm not going to release a video. It's been like 8 days. Like, I've just been having trouble keeping up with everything else that I do, and then making a video every week. So I'm just going to skip 1 week, and hopefully it'll get me caught back up wherever I need to be, and we will release a video after that. But, subscribe if you like the channel, like it if it's useful to you, and, if you have any requests, just post them below.